Hi, everyone. Today, we get the opportunity to continue our conversation about crafting a marketing plan. It's so incredibly important to craft a strategic marketing plan that aligns with the pillars of your organization. So if you missed part one, you can find it on our DPI YouTube channel. We already covered thinking about the strategic pillars, the strategic objectives of your organization, doing a customer analysis, which is part two, and part three, thinking about the competition. So now we're going to move to part 4, 5, and 6. So I am going to share my screen as I did in the past, just so you can see. All right, so it's important, part 4, to think about an overall strategy. Now that you've looked at the first 3 parts, now you really start crafting that strategy. Understand how you want to show up in the market. You've looked at the competition. You have looked at what is your unique value proposition. You've thought about your customer and who is buying your products. So now it's really time for you to think about, how do you want to enter the market? And this can change from quarter to quarter, month to month, year to year. So don't think that just because we're in the middle of a quarter that this is something you need to wait until like 2023 to do. Think about how you want to enter the market. When you think about a Louis Vuitton versus a Macy's, they enter the market in a completely different way when you think about in retail. It's the same with, Starbucks. They have this kind of sip and stay strategy where they want you to come in and have this experience, chat with friends. Then there's, Dunkin' Donuts, which has a completely different experience. American runs on Dunkin'. And so that person is, might be headed to go here to work, to pick the kids up, need a quick pick me up. And so they're running in to get that coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. So how is it that you want to enter into the market? It's very important that you understand that in regards to your marketing plan. You think about some of the P's: the product, the price, the place, the promotion, the positioning of the brand. And it's important that you network with other people that are in your industry so you can kind of not feel like you're starting from scratch. There might be some systems and operations that you can just rinse and repeat. So it's important that once you understand your strategy, your unique approach, and you understand the problem that you are solving, you're going to build that content around how you are positioning yourself. Not every customer is your customer. So get that out of your head. In the beginning, you think you're going to sell to everyone, and that is just not the case. So not everyone is your ideal customer. So create content that relates to your ideal customer. And when I'm saying content, this could be anything. It could be website, it could be ads, it could be brochures, it could be blogs, it could be social media posts, it could be videos. Blogs are a great way to highlight your product and service. So are videos. We have a world that is constantly streaming videos. So videos is a great way to do it. But I'm thinking about, maybe you have a service-based business, you're a grant writer, and you're selling your service business to business. You're helping businesses get funding through grants. And so the pain point that the client might have is that they have applied for grants in the past and they just haven't been successful at getting those grants. And so part of your content based on your target market, your customer analysis that you had done, you want to write a blog about, and it might be entitled Ways to Write a Successful Grant. Do you think people will want to tune in for that? Maybe you do an online webinar, maybe you do a lunch and learn. Absolutely. If they've not been successful at writing those grants and then getting funding, absolutely, they're going to want to tune in for that. So when you really understand who it is that you're servicing, you'll be able to write that very effective content. It's important to think about keywords in a business, and there is an incredible tool, trends.google.com, and it allows you to do a comparative analysis on just different keywords that you might use in your business. So is someone Googling day spa, or are they Googling skin studio? And so that'll allow you to be able to make sure that you have that effective content that have all of those great, yummy keywords into it, those great hashtags. But beyond keywords, how are your customers searching on Google? Right? When you think about it, how are they searching on Google? Someone who might be looking for a wedding photographer, they're not just going to look at a wedding photographer. Maybe they're going to say, uh, Arizona wedding photographer near me, or maybe there's a specific beach where they know that they want to get married. And so they might say, Lagonia Beach wedding photographer. So it's important that you put those very relevant keywords into your content. I think about, I have many neighbors that have new puppies. During the pandemic, it was like babies and puppies, like people were getting those puppies. And so they might be just like, oh my goodness, how do I get that puppy to pee outside? And so maybe it's a pet grooming business that helps do training. Well, they're going to want to have content on their website that aligns with how to get puppy to pee outside versus just pet grooming business, because that just makes me think, oh, you're just grooming my pet. So you want to make sure that you're thinking about how your customers are Googling. Think about how you Google. How to is the greatest Google search of all time. So it's not just keywords. People are Googling their pain. If I'm having problem with acne and I'm a skin studio, I need to have content on my website that says how to get rid of acne, how to help anti-aging, how to help me look younger. So it's important that you create content around specific topics. Again, trends.google.com is a free tool, so make sure that you use it. When you think about your websites in the past, websites has just been kind of this resume of how long you've been in business and what it is that you do. But websites are in, post-pandemic, I know we're still in the pandemic, are very much the first introduction to your business. So you want to make sure that it is compelling, that there is a call to action on that landing page. There is a way for you to be able to get and build your email list. Maybe there's something that you're giving away to help solve whatever problem it is that your potential client has. So websites are like storefronts. Number 5, budget. What financial resources are you willing to commit to achieve your goals? We are all working on limited resources. I don't care what business it is that you're running. It could be a Fortune 500, or you could be, a solopreneur. We all have limited resources. So it's important for you as an owner to really define, how do I stretch my marketing dollars? Especially if you're a solo business, how am I most effective at stretching these dollars? A way to think about that is think about your business in quarters and really understand, where are the peaks and valleys in your business? Look at some of your historical data. It is there for a reason. Big data solves a lot of problems. There are hidden treasures. Look at the historical data. Where was there a lot of revenue? Right? Maybe it was going into Mother's Day because you sell, candles, and it's a great gift giving item. Maybe there was a big launch or a new campaign that you had, or you opened your store back last year, and you want to make sure that you take into account, you want to do something to anniversary those dollars so that your business doesn't take such a large dip. Also, think about outsourcing. I know for a lot of people, it is a pain point to be able to pull together content for your potential clients to read. So that is something that you might want to outsource. I know that here at DPI, we have clients that say this is a pain point, and we do some social media templates for them, and it really helps them and saves them time to be focused on other activities that, mission critical activities that they need to do. But think about, from a budget perspective, promotional ads. Who are you going to market to? Paid promotions, referral programs, marketing software, anything that you can do to really make sure that you are servicing your clients as effective as possible. And then the last thing, channel. How are you going to show up? Where is your business going to show up? So when you're publishing this content that is very effective now because you've gone through these steps, maybe it's press kits, maybe it's websites, maybe it's social media, print media, radio, paid ads, you want to make sure that you understand where you're going to publish your content. This is where you can get overwhelmed. You don't need to be on every social media platform. Being on LinkedIn is completely different than being on Instagram and being on TikTok. So you need to understand, where do I want to show up and where do I want to show up consistently? Don't overwhelm yourself. Maybe it's one platform. Maybe you just want to say, hey, I want to show up on Facebook. It's what I know. I understand it. Then show up there. When you spread yourself too thin, it starts getting spotty and muddy, and you can actually damage your brand more than you are helping your brand. But make sure when you're posting that there is a strong call to action. What do I mean by a call to action? What do you want the consumer to do? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to share your post? Do you want to have them tag someone that might have this problem that you are solving? If you're a nonprofit, do you want them to donate? Do you want them to call you, maybe call you for a quote? Do you want them to subscribe, to your YouTube channel? Really think about what it is that you want the consumer to do with each and every piece of content you put out there. It could be an email marketing announcement. What do you want them to do? It could be a social media post. What do you want them to do? A YouTube channel. What do you want them to do? You want to make sure you understand, your clients understand what you want them to do. So when you do that, there can be different goals. Maybe you just want to increase awareness about what it is that your business does, or maybe you're reintroducing your business because you've had a little bit of a change in strategy. Maybe you want to increase engagement, increase video views, increase leads, increase your reach, drive traffic to your website. We work with each of our clients uniquely because it's not a one size fits all. Every single business owner comes to us with a unique set of problems, and DPI is really here to help be solutions. In a world of complexity, we want to be able to provide simplistic solutions. So when you are crafting those goals, you want to make them smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant. Make sure they has a timeline to them. So this would be an example of like, oh, I want to increase my social media followers. That's very generic. And it's really not even, kind of able for you to measure that. But you can specifically say, by the end of second quarter, I will increase my email subscription list by 20%. That's very specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant because you're crafting a marketing plan, and it also has a time by the end of second quarter. So another example might be, hey, I want to be able to create content 4 times a month and share that on social media and position my brand as a social media, as a subject matter expert or a thought leader. Has a time. It gives action, 4 times a month. So the more specific and measurable and time relevant, attainable it is, the better it is for you. So marketing that is inconsistent and choppy if you don't set goals. So make sure that you set those SMART goals. Goals, I know you probably have seen this quote, goals that aren't written are just dreams. So thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope this has helped. If in any way you have any questions, you can email us at info@dpi2.com or visit our website, schedule a discovery call with us, dpi2.com. I also wanted to let you know we have a free ebook that we have on our website. It's called Reimagine Diversity. If you are interested in that, you can visit our website and download our free ebook. Have a wonderful day, evening, or morning. Be well.